Hi, my name is Trishana, and welcome to Pull the Trigger. I am wanting this to be like a little podcasty type thing. I have zero setup, so this is what we get for now. Um, Ideally, this is where we talk about all of the things that have happened in my life that have led to my spiritual awakening. Um, First and foremost, I want to say I am really fucking nervous, okay? I've done something similar to this. I do have a TikTok where I just yap my ass off. But as for long form content, I think I have one other video on my YouTube. That's 20 minutes of me explaining my life and like what I've been through. This is, I'm hoping, going to be a little bit more lighthearted because I am someone who finds things to be easier to cope with when it is presented in a joking manner, right? I have experienced a lot of trauma in my life that I have worked on healing, um, but it has made me one of the funniest people that have ever existed on this planet. That is not my words, those are words that I've heard from other people around me. I am a comedian at heart. So that's what I'm hoping that I can make this into, is something that is lighthearted and funny, but also educational and well-rounded so that it can reach people who feel like they are stuck, who feel like they don't quite understand where they're at in their life, but know that they want something different. I've been there, I've been you, we have all been you, and hopefully this can help you find your footing. Pushing 2 years ago, I started posting on social media. Always been a bubbly and people person. I've loved talking to people. I love picking people's brains and understanding how they work and why they make decisions that they do and how that reflects on me and the decisions that I make. I've also, for a very long time, been a giant people pleaser in the sense that I could be anything that somebody needed so that I could feel needed because my needs were never met as a child, which ties into wanting to help people in the sense that I know that I'm not the only person on this planet that has experienced a traumatic childhood. I'm not the only person on this planet who has felt alone and isolated and misunderstood and just in a very dark place. And so I want to be that light for people. I want to say, hey, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You shouldn't feel that way. You are allowed to do whatever you want and stuff. And I'd seen this video where they had said, you want to make a jump. Now, this is going to be terrible paraphrasing, okay? I promise. This was the gist of it, and this is what stuck with me and helped me get through what I was feeling. You want to make a jump into what you feel called to, but you're scared that it's not going to provide. The universe is always going to provide for you. There is not a single thing on this planet that they will not provide for you. The universe will not let your kids go hungry. They will not let terrible things happen to you if you trust. And at that point in my life, I had an eviction notice. My bills were shut off. I had a toddler, and I was leaving a very, very toxic relationship. And I was like, yeah, right. The universe isn't going to hold my back. Like, I have to do this on my own. There's nothing out there for me that can't be done by me for me. So I held on to that and I was like, okay, I'm going to test my toes in this, right? And that was the first time that I had prayed in a really, really long time. And I prayed to the universe. I put it out there and I was like, I want to do social media. I feel like I have the personality for it. I feel like I have the drive and the want to connect with people and to make people feel seen and heard. But also, I fucking love talking. I love the sound of my own voice. I think I'm hilarious and I think I'm quite fucking hot too. So, like, why not me? And I went on this journey of closing out cycles in my life that I had left open. First step was to close the idea that I needed a 9 to 5 job in addition to trying to pursue social media. I thought, okay, if I'm going to make this work, everybody starts out with a job and then they take off. Instead of looking at it like, I'm fortunate enough that I don't have to start out with a job, I can just take off. Like, I can post all day, everything that I'm doing. And that can be momentum. I hadn't quite fully committed to that. I had kind of started posting, I'd say June of 25. I had started being like, okay, I can do this. I can post. I'm still going to look for a job, but I can post. And I was absolutely terrified for people to hear my voice. So I would just do like snippets. And at the time I had a roommate who was also kind of posting on social media. She was carefree. And I was like, I can do that. Like, we are basically the same person. If she can do it, I can do it. And she kind of helped me. And I'm getting sidetracked on what I'm even... This is notes. Okay. So nope, it's gone. My attention span can typically get a little bit distracted if I don't focus. So I've taken some notes that are hopefully going to keep me on track. I'm working on growing my attention span so that these can be longer form videos without having so many tangents, because I do love a good side tangent. Ultimately, I want to use this platform change people's lives. I want to reach people who are like I was or like I am now and feel disconnected and alone. I want to use this to let them know, one, you're not alone. You are never alone, okay? I will always be here in any way possible. But also, I want to use this as a way to tell the stories of the things that I've lived through so that people can see the things that I've gone through and how they have shaped me into who I am, and the lessons that I've learned from them, and how it's important to not let the negative things in life have a negative impact on you. You are going to suffer in this life, but it's not how you suffer, it's how you take what you suffer through and turn it into something greater. And I'm hoping that this is my greater. And yeah, I can just make a difference. Ideally, I think I'm going to post on Thursdays. I will record Tuesday nights, use Wednesdays to edit, because I am a mom. Today is Sunday, so I will probably work on editing this and get it out on Tuesday and then follow that schedule next week. And then with each video, I'm hoping that I can do like a little poll and we can vote on what stories you guys want to hear so that it feels interactive and I don't have to come up with everything at the drop of a hat. I'm hoping that I get at least one viewer, and that viewer is not somebody that I know in my personal life. If it is, hello, welcome. This is me doing Exposure Therapy 101. Embarrassment is not real. This life that we live in is not real. I'm not real. I am just a reflection of you. And if you think this is cringe, then it's working. I hope this makes somebody feel less alone.